You're watching Thames Television from London.
Yes, don't say anything about him being called Charlie. I had enough stick about that.
Suddenly they're working with a female. It's going to be different.
A woman has joined Red Watch.
She ain't going to take over the mess. We're not getting the old washing up and all that, you know.
Carol Harrison has much to prove in this man's world. Is she strong enough to succeed?
You hang on, boy.
Slow and flying on the right.
Well, the wind isn't helping. It's now venting through the roof, so that's helping to fan it along into... They're desperately trying to stop it spreading into the other wing. That's the main priority at the moment. We've got about 4 or 5 crews up there with jets at the moment, and another crew going up the stairs, but they're having a bloody hard fight up there trying to stop it, and it's getting serious, yeah.
Tally's in. Let's see how you Get out, quick, get out, go down.
Just inside those doors there, that loud hissing noise. That loud hissing noise you can hear, that's cylinders letting off, right? There's a great danger they could go bang, so we're going to have to get in there with spray jets and anti-flash gear and try to slow that. If that goes, that's going to cause a bigger problem. All right. Yeah, we know that. It's got just to your side there, yeah? Not pulling it. I think we're better off pulling out, you know. Yeah, no, look. But I'm not happy about you going any further with those two behind you, all right?
It's the job we need. It's the job we need, now.
Yeah, it connects all along that floor there, all right? You've got another crew about...
Officer Liam Hackett is used to tension like this. He recently won the highest bravery award for rescuing a man from the top of an electricity pylon. He is also a union representative concerned about the impact of stress. There was bravery at King's Cross underground disaster. Later came the stress. And the £34,000 compensation paid to 4 firefighters has provoked much debate.
The brigade has not employed 6 counsellors, 6 trained counsellors, because they thought it'd be a good idea, let's spend some money, let's pay them a salary and get them to do nothing. They're there for a bloody real reason, and the real reason is people are going down with stress.
What I don't agree is about this payment, what people have got.
But do you know what those individuals went through? Were you at King's Cross?
No.
Well, a couple of us did go.
Yeah.
Although we weren't involved with the initial attendants like they were, and the fact that they found the people and whatever. I mean, I know it sounds a bit callous to say, but me and Les, people up there, I think, we see a load of bodies all wrapped up in salvage sheets and all that. You know?
How far do you go? That's the thing. I mean, as Andy said, when you do turn out for me, you've got to expect that sort of thing. And
Yeah, but I mean,
nobody enjoys it. It's not a pleasant sensation, but it's part of your job. Every situation, certainly the emergency situation, is in inverted commas stressful, tension, whatever. The problem is people are unable to lose that stress. They're unable to get rid of it. And I've always found that when you've come across anything like that, you come back to the station and you do laugh and joke about it, and you are callous, and you swear, and you're generally very nasty, if you like. But that's the way that firemen get rid of it.
I'm sorry, Nick. I just do not accept that. We're all macho types, and we can brush it off. That just does not hold water.
Yeah, I would think what you say there is right. But as has been said before, the amount of money that these people have now been awarded, what is that for?
Advisory amount. The union was trying to establish a principle, and it's a terribly important principle for all you to think about. And I'm not saying for you to kick the arses out of the system or anything else, but it's for you to recognise that you don't have to sit around here laughing and joking about it, that there is an avenue for you to go along, in law now even.
To me, stress is, as I've said here loads of times, He's having 3 or 4 kids, bills to pay, food to buy, and no job. That's stress. We've all got a job. We've all got a job to do, and we all know what we're going to expect. And if you can't handle it, I'm sorry, you're going to accuse me of being macho, and I don't think I am macho. If you can't handle it, on your bike.
No, I would accuse you of being
Being a dinosaur.
insensitive, perhaps.
Iggsy, get in the kitchen. He won't put you under no stress.
Oh, the sleep, I'm swearing at me.
I'm stressed. I can't stand it no more. I'm gonna kill him.
Stop it! Fuck it up! I'm having to help with such
Stress in the kitchen, all the ice in the potato.
Oh, wait, do not fall over.
About Firefighter Harrison?
Well, from you know, looking on the fact that she's only done a few drills here, she's getting caught out a little bit. But yeah, she's trying. I mean, people are helping her, and she's trying.
Carol's enthusiasm is not enough. Every night, more mistakes. Red Watch question her strength and her ability.
We made a little bit of progress, and then we started to run into a brick wall because it was just all mounting up for her.
Clovage on the bottom.
And she was getting... You only had to mention the word drills, and you could almost see her visibly shake.
Come on, let's hear some noise at the top.
I didn't actually really know what I was doing, and every time I made a mistake, I felt bad about, even more bad about it myself, and that made things worse. And in turn, the drills went even more badly, basically. So.
Come on, there should be plenty of fuss on that second floor.
Finally, it's decided Carol will have to return to training school. Carol feels she has failed. The Watch feel they have failed.
Personally, I think it's the best thing, probably, that she's gone back to training school. That's what the training instructors get paid for, isn't it? They can evaluate her better than we could, I suppose. No, that's what, yeah, but it is. It's what they get paid for. I believe that she'd be on the run a lot quicker now than if we would have just carried on as we were going.
Do you want her to come back?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, without a doubt, she was a nice person.
Yeah, we all do. We miss that, didn't we?
No, it's...
Yeah, we miss her.
Who said that?
Oh, Johnny Wiseman, that
Mark Smith.
Ian, you think there's some places women shouldn't be, and frankly, the fire brigade is not a place for women in your view.
You can't answer that. I'd like to say on the part of his defence, you can't answer that because he might make sure like a right.
I really don't think they're strong enough, really. That's the only thing that I can... I'd only agree on him on one thing, and that was, in Carol's case, that matter. She was very small. She openly admits that. She openly admits that.
It could be quite important, you've got to kick your door down, or especially if you're riding only for the machine. No disrespect to her at all as a person, but like,
She can look strong, just look strong. But you can't say that every woman that joins the fire service is no good. That's only what management have
The
created.
job is compensated for by introducing women into the service. They've said, well, we will have women into it, we will make it equal opportunities, but we'll make it a job that they can do, and they've done that to the detriment of the service.
In what have they done away?
We've got a window cleaners ladder down there.
My opinion's still the same. And no disrespect to the girl at all. Quite a nice person. I don't think that will be in the job.
Come on, son. Back now!
Red Watch spent £20 on their display. Hackney Council spent £3,000, and theirs was slightly better organised. This display is at an empty warehouse.
Something to get these gates open. I want some access to here, all right?
The firefighters suspected a stray firework was the culprit.
This place is full of chemicals, apparently. We've got lads getting towed up on that.
A chemical factory next door is also at risk.
Gab?
Harry, we are not. Make pumps 6, over.
No, warning's on! You get round here as well, otherwise you're going to get cut off round the back here, look.
You asked me to send LEB shut down. It's sent. I don't know which gentleman it was. They're urgent attendance. They're coming. All right.
Take it on board, Doug, all right?
Carol's back at training school where she started nearly 2 years ago. She'd begun to think of giving up.
I did spend a few days pondering what I was doing. Oh, I cried my heart out. But I thought I would give it a bash at training centre and see how that goes. And that went quite well.
We do subject all recruits to the most strenuous, consistent work, both mentally and physically. They may have to encounter casualties, removal of casualties from very difficult surroundings, in concealed spaces, very confined, hot, humid conditions. And that takes its toll.
Now, it seems she's passed out of here. She's about to go back to Red Watch at Kingsland. Presumably it'd be unfair of anyone there to now say she can't do it.
I would say that would be totally unfair. Yes, she wouldn't be going here tomorrow if it wasn't the case. And I think she'll make a very good contribution to her watch.
You've got no doubt she can be a reliable firefighter?
No doubt whatsoever.
Right, Carol. People all around you, Carol. Just hold still for a second. Wait till Dave comes down.
What about going back to Red Watch? There's some people who are on that watch who are clearly very keen that you should succeed.
Yeah, I mean, I get on with them, I hope, well, as far as I know. And I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've enjoyed my time there, so, yeah. I'm glad they kept my place open, you know, they needn't have done that, so it was pretty good.
There are one or two who perhaps think that women shouldn't be firefighters.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's one or two everywhere, you know. You're not going to come across a whole watch with wide-opening, welcoming arms, are you? So, I mean, you're going to come across that anywhere.
How do they
treat...
treat...
They seem pretty keen, actually, more so than elsewhere, so...
Did they help you at all?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them did. Yeah.
I don't know why people should actually stereotype them, because it's wrong. I mean, if she can do the job, and she's a woman, it doesn't make no difference at all.
Oh.
And you're pretty sure that she can?
She can definitely do the job, definitely. I mean, I'd have her as my second man behind me, no problem. Even my front man. Woman, I should personally say.
Carol has made it back to Red Watch.
And I didn't think about something like that.
You what?
Can we go there? You go in the motor room, man.
Tell him he owes you 10p for the phone call. We won't know it, don't cost nothing.
Funny thing about lifts, it's always easier to wind them up than it is down, unless you've got the lift is overloaded. To me, ideally, this should be the council's job.
We are heroes.
They don't do it.
I mean, this is a blinding job, best job I've had, honestly. It was hard, it was really difficult to start off with. I struggled so hard just to even get here. And I'm finally doing actually what I wanted to be doing, which was operational firefighting. And I've only just begun. I mean, there's like loads of things to learn yet.
Peter, what's the problem there? Is it a bit stiff, that, or...?
Yeah, Gov, the brakes are very stiff on it. We can only just about get it off.
OK, who's winding it?
Carol.
Well, tell her she's got about another 6 foot to go.
She says she's trying her best, Gov.
That's what they all say. You reckon you could step out of that? Yeah, all right. OK, knock off, mate, that. Thanks very much. All right?
Are you going to leave the lift there?
Yeah, you're going to leave the lift there. Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, look at that. Last half of the lift. All right, thanks very much.
Do you think Carol being here has made you change any of your attitudes or thoughts?
No. I can't honestly say that this is going to be a job that any woman could walk into. I think it's not a job that any man can walk into, no more than any man can walk into another job. I mean, I couldn't be a miner or something like that. And I just think it takes a certain type of person to be in this job, and there's not many women, I think, who share a fireman's mentality, if you like. We do see a lot of things, some of it not very pleasant. We do some very unpleasant things. And I'm not saying that they can't do it, because obviously there are. I mean, there's 20, 30 lady firefighters in the job now. And I'm not saying they can't do it. I just think generally it's not a job for a woman.
Yeah.
Right now,
sorry.
Lift.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. Now, when you was in training school, you was taught to put a body down properly, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's always going to be a struggle for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to have to be working out in the gym as long as I'm working to be of any use, I suppose. But I mean, that's part of why I enjoy it. It's a challenge for me.
What's your name? You got a little bit tangled up. You got a kettle?
There's a water on that jet.
You jet?
Go, Jelly! You want to run? All right, Dave, you got your tally, eh? You need tally, eh? Where's your towel? Tally's up there. All right. You gonna what? Watch yourself, Dave. You're gonna water on you. Your water's coming, yeah? Your water's gonna get in the front. Are you for the roof? Knock it down. Far corner. All right, come in again. You see that water there? There's a crew going in there. There's one jet. Just say no, another jet now. Yeah. Just waiting for the grass. Just one connected up there. Don't get too close there, Jimmy. Yeah. Yeah, it is connected, Jim. I'll get by the carpet. Can you smell gas in there? I can't. Start looking for a gas main, because there's definitely a gas main gone. I can smell it. Yeah, it's here. We've got a gas main gone. Gas main? Yep. Is it much? Don't all clear around it, just a couple of you. Get a ladder up and see if you can knock that off. All right, Tony?
Everything he earned all his life is put into this.
Really?
He's stunned. Breaking my heart, I don't know what he's doing to live. He's worked every hour God give him. He will never, he's not at the age to be able to do it again now, is he?
Can I ask how many years it's taken you to build this up?
All my life, really.
I picked this building out for him. Is it not, babe?
What?
I picked this building out for you, do you remember?
Yeah.
I went, see that, you're going to add that. He went, I could never afford that. I went, you are. The way you work, you're going to add that. And he got it. And I decorated it. And I went out and got the furniture, didn't I?
Looks like a write-off, really, isn't it?
I won't tell you.
Carol is finally accepted by Red Watch. There will be trials ahead, but the Watch are determined to see her succeed. They have allowed a woman into their world.
Well, I think they've been tremendous. I mean, they're still raucous, they're still balding, they're still everything they were before. That hasn't changed one bit, and yet they still managed to incorporate Carol in there and helped her a great deal along the way.
Carol! Carol! Where is she? Come on! I can't! The phone's gone down. How'd you work it? How'd you work it, mate? Where is she? Hold that. Where's Carol?
Having said that, of course, that's been possible because of Carol's attitude. She's come here, she's determined that she wants to be a firefighter. And she's kept that in her mind, and she knows that she's got to fit in with us. We haven't got to fit in with her.
Nothing of the sort.
I can't fault them at all, really, because all of them have gone out of their way to help me when they can. Hopefully they'll just get so used to me that they won't care what they do when they're around me, and it'll all be all right.
He's not going to get the sack unless he's so outrageous. So we want to make her as good a fireman, as firefighter as possible. That's for our benefit as well as our own, because we've got to rely on her.
I really enjoy it. I really do. Well, it's more than just a job, isn't it? It's not like any other job because you have more close association, I suppose, with the people you're working with, and they're really funny. I mean, you must have noticed this. It's just half of it is just to enjoy being here. So yeah, it's really good.
you hang on, boy. Slow the flames right.
There's a woman trapped in this mangled car, a job for firefighters trained in emergency rescue. The roof is being cut off to give room to work. Once it was smash and grab, get the victims out and off to hospital. But that technique can kill. Now the rescue and medical teams work closely together. The woman will only be moved when there's no risk of intensifying her injuries.
They're putting an extrication device on the young lady to stabilise the spine, cervical and thoracic spine, and then we're waiting to cut one more seat back bracket. We'll bring her back, withdrawing her legs from the footwell, and she can be lifted out intact on the seats. Couldn't you take her out before now? Well, if we did, there's a chance of compromising injuries. We suspect breaks to the left femur and the lower limbs. And with breaks of that nature, you can expect perhaps the ball joint to the hip and also the pelvic region, which are major injuries as such, and we don't want to aggravate bleeding and nerve damage. So we're taking all the precautions we can.
The ambulance man here was extended trained, and he was able to keep a monitor on her blood pressure at all times. He infused the casualty, so there, you know, the circulatory support was there. So the casualty was maintained throughout.
The screams are a good sign. Silence is worrying.
Right, that's away. That's away. It's away. Yes, our feet are free. That's away now, isn't it?
She has a severely fractured arm and leg and will spend several weeks in hospital. There's no doubting the dedication of the rescue teams. There is doubt about their present training and equipment. Some say the plans to update these are long overdue.
Equipment there, simple equipment like a little pedal cutter, which is a small shears, would have been ideal for cutting the seat brackets underneath and a pedal. And also power rams would have made the space much easier and much faster. That lady was in that position, in my estimation, I've got 23 years experience, I would say 30 minutes. That was prolonged by the simple fact we didn't have the correct equipment. And this is not an isolated incident.
I mean, the vans, the rescue vehicles which you've got, I mean, they look pretty antiquated to an outsider.
That's not my word for it. They are. I would say that is morally wrong. The state of our equipment, the state of our appliances, that is morally wrong. There is an issue here, and it's not my bone of contention as such. It should be the country's, it should be the people in this country that sits up and takes notice.
And now down into the squat position. Okay, back to touching your toes, bringing your feet in slowly. Okay, explain 3 exercises. Basically, that's one, that's one, and that's the other one. All right?
Stuart Bayford is trained to work on the emergency rescue tenders, or ETs as they're known. There are only 6 ETs in London. One is presently based here at Euston Fire Station.
It's the philosophy of this watch anyway, and certainly it's becoming the philosophy of the brigade. The bloke should be fit. We owe it to the public, really. You know, I mean, they accept that we spend some time sitting around doing nothing. You know, they have a right to expect us to be reasonably competent with our equipment and be reasonably fit, because if you're not fit, then you're not going to be very competent with your equipment for long, because you can be tired.
Right.
We enter a contract, don't we, with the public. We're fit, we're good with our equipment. We invent a lot of work for ourselves to justify our existence sometimes, but when we're called upon, we've got to be, you know, we've got to do the business, so to speak.
Euston's rescue team is highly experienced. Greenwatch have worked at rail disasters like Moorgate and Clapham, but sometimes smaller incidents are the most challenging.
Right, boys, you might have a bit of custom, eh? FM from Alpha 236, status 3, over. See what we got.
The driver is unconscious.
Right out, stretch it right out. You might as well. Are you doing anything in the back, Mick? Are you supporting? Yeah? Here, boys. The ambulance man wants the chair out. All right, he's coming out in the chair. He's obviously got a back problem, so we'll go for that. Yeah, get the bits. I always like to sort of, first of all, check to make sure they've got one of the collars on. The ambulance men have put a collar on, so we haven't got to worry too much about movement. I like to check to make sure the feet aren't wrapped around the pedals. I like to have the roof off at the drop of a hat usually, because it gives us thinking time as far as our tactics are concerned for extrication. You all right, fella? You hang on in there. Yeah, can you see down there? Have you got it ready, boys? Yeah? Yes, all right, I'm just getting them ready. Well, let's, he was suffering from a suspected back injury, so he had to stay in the seat at all costs. So in that sense, he wasn't trapped, but it was just an awkward extrication. If you can just tell us on his condition, otherwise we won't worry about the seat, we'll just have to... You're happy, yeah? All right, boys. That's it, mate. You hang on in there, boy.
The ambulance team keep a constant check on his breathing.
Can you sort out the spreaders out there? We've got a spreader. I've got a spreader around there. Will he be able to cut it with the whole metro off the pump ladder? Do you want to get the other one out of the way first? Give yourself a bit of room, son, that's it. You all right, fella? Anytime you're not happy, mate, we'll just get him out of the stretcher. All right. Have you got a cutter there handy anyway, waiting? We probably don't need to, but while we're waiting here, you might as well. I can't get there, Mick. You'll have to get in the back and actually... Can you open the rear window so that he can put his feet out if he wants to get comfortable? Yeah? That should be it. It's good to do the simple things, like if you can actually move the seat itself, then do so. Yeah? I mean, it's all very well cutting the steering wheel, but you look a bit of a Burke when you cut the steering wheel off and then you can move the seat back 6 inches. Lovely, lovely. How you doing then, Mickey boy? That's it, stretch it right out, stretch it right out. You might as well... Are you doing anything in the back?
back, Mick. Are you supporting? Yeah? Right. Yeah. So, how is he, mate? He's playing his feet around. Yeah. Go on, my son. Go on. Give it some shit. Go on, where you go? Keep going. Keep going. Bite it. Go on. Go on, you. We're almost there, Lee. Is that the last one? Yeah. Okay. Tell you what, mate. Release. Out. Close. Lever. We're going to lever it up to get ready for the reaction, all right? So wait there, Stu. Give us 2 seconds. Try not to let it twist, mate. Oh, that's it. Right, now release. So you're telling me now we're free, yeah? Yes. How is he, fella? He's fine. Try to keep him in line. That's the whole idea, keeping him in the seat in the first place. Okay, son, move that out. Well done, done well there. You done shit up there. Is that the last one? Yep, that's gone through. Grab that. He was quiet. We were concerned about the casualty, but the ambulance men kept us briefed on his condition, so he was happy, so I was happy. Hang on, let the ambulance man take his head out first if you can. Right, he's through. Jump level with the bed, so we can just wrap his behind from us and then out the car. Right, there. Right. Where do you want it?
Bring him up this way,
Hold on a sec.
It seemed to go reasonably well. We had 1 or 2 hitches, obviously you always do, but I think it took us about 25 minutes, so the ambulance men said they wanted a chap in the left in the seat, as you know, so we just went for it.
This young man had a remarkable escape and made a quick recovery.
Well, you? Yeah, thanks a lot. It's, while the ambulance people were happy leaving him there, we might just as well cut the chair out and away you go. I'll see. Thank the boys when you get back.
With the ET RTA, especially at the weekends, Friday night, Saturday night, I generally pick up at least one good one. As you know, we get chemical incidents as well we go on to, and things that they don't quite know how to classify, but except under the general term of special service.
You say good one, by that you mean a challenge?
Well, yeah, I mean where the lads have actually got to get to work and get their fingers out and do something. And it's great because it's a buzz afterwards. If it goes well, everyone's happy.
So how long have you been doing the ET, Stuart?
Well, I personally have been doing it roughly 3 years.
Why did you want to do it?
Well, I've always wanted to get a fairly rounded assessment of what firemen do. Yeah. I've done the aerial stuff, the turntable ladders and the hydraulic platforms, obviously the general driving and being a fireman, so I felt that the only thing left now was the ET, so I've come back to Euston, which is where I started off. I went up to Paddington for 6 years, and come home if you like.
Have you done any good fires when you were before this?
Before Euston?
Yes.
Well, up at Paddington, I mean, it's always been a good ground, so we had a few fair fires up there. Best I ever had on the ladders was London Street off of Braid Street, and I always remember that after, out of all the fires that I've had up there, that was about 2 o'clock in the morning, sort of the classic. You know, the time was right, multiple calls. As you're approaching the incident, you can smell the smoke. When you come to the turning, there's people sort of waving to you, beckoning you on. So, you know, the adrenaline's flowing, you know you've got something, the machines pull up in the right order, pump ladder, TL, pump, there's people hanging out the window, people waving, people screaming, and they were cheering and going ooh and ahs, and every time somebody got on the ladder and they were brought down, they were clapping. It's quite unreal really, but great fun. And the buzz, I mean, that's what it's all about, that's what you do it for. We're all schoolboys at heart, boys' own stuff, isn't it really? It was a great fire, everything went well, nobody lost their lives, there's quite a few people rescued via ladders or the internal staircase. A good fire, happy ending that one.
No, probably the only one I'll remember is like my first night, when the bloke sitting next to me didn't come back on the fire engine. He got trapped on about 3 floors of rubble. And that
was it. He died. He'd gone into a room. They was searching for a few people, and a water tank in the roof gave way, crashed onto the next floor, went down on the next floor, and just buried 3 or 4 firemen. And he was the unlucky one.
And that was your first night?
First night, yeah.
Frightening stuff.
To be quite honest, at the time I was thoroughly enjoying myself, but it goes wrong, and it went wrong in the wrong way, especially for the bloke.
Did you think about giving up then?
Surprising enough, no, I didn't. Well, I just wanted to be a fireman, and that was it.
Because it's a great crack. I mean, if you're actually busy and you achieve something, you feel some sort of sense of professionalism. If you, I know it's because people are professional, but it's nice, you know, when you do something with your mates respect you respect your mates, and you have a laugh, you take the piss out of each other. You think, God, they're paying us for this as well. You know, it really is a bonus.
If anything is under the wheel, it's normally flat, so the minimum amount of clearance is required to remove it. We do on occasions get persons which have jumped, tangled up around this as well. So the procedure for freeing anybody there is the same as if they're trapped underneath the wheel, placing a jack on the front corner of the truck and raising the truck up. We've now gone up with our jacks, right? We have got sufficient room to free whatever's trapped underneath it. Okay? Now, the most important part of it is once you've freed the body or whatever it is, place the body down in the suicide pit, but before you make any other move at all, put your wheels back down onto the track. That will ensure then of your safety.
Do you find the people who have jumped or been pushed or under the train normally in one position or one?
All sorts. Any amount of varied positions. The human body, I think this is the one time you find out with people under trains how amazingly resilient the human system is. So massive injuries, and yet still people are alive.
Leroy, you found people alive under the trains after being hit?
Oh yeah, they stay alive for like 10-20 minutes until you sort of like release the weight from them. Then all their internal injuries, then they just die after that. They get in some weird positions, like they fall across one rail, arch their body, and then go under another rail. And you just think, how'd they get there? But they do. They seem to take a second breath and think, no, I don't really want to do this. But they get in some weird old positions.
Well, basically what we also get is the person who jumped early, been bowled over and thrown upwards. Now he's been thrown upwards and he's been trapped between the top of the truck and the car body, as you can see up in here. And this is quite a normal occurrence. Now the last thing you want to do is to lift the truck, because if the person is still alive, and I can assure you we have had them still alive in this position, is to lift the truck. You've got to lift the car body away from the truck to free that person who is trapped up in there.
It must be a pretty awful job.
Switch off. You've got a job to do, you do it, and then you talk about it later. I've never had a bad dream about it, put it that way.
You can really forget?
Yeah, just switch off. Not interested. It's a job to do and we do it.
Most people that ride ETs, not making ET people out to be anything different or special, you just do a little bit more of it. You have this immune system, if you like, to switching off your own set of barriers. I suppose people are dealing with it in their own way differently, but good ET fellas will never take things away after an incident. They just switch off. You've seen so many, you couldn't even begin to remember them all.
Sometimes accidents happen very close by. An elderly man has been hit by a car just opposite Euston Fire Station.
All right, sure.
The driver is visibly shocked.
What do you do, nut the windscreen? Yeah.
Just keep still, keep still.
They frequently arrive before the ambulances. This time they don't need their equipment, just their basic first aid skills.
Got an ambulance coming, fella, just hang on in. All right, mate, won't be long now, a couple of minutes and you'll be on your way. All up to his shoulder. I don't know how much more he's got in there because I've been working it out with my fingers. Still breathing? As far as I know he is, yeah.
What do you like to get a defib out of the machine?
You know, defibrillator, Harry?
No.
The old Zappa.
Zappa.
Yeah. Do you still keep on this compression? Right, mind your finger, mind your finger.
Hold on, keep doing that. Ready?
Yeah.
We'll lift him forward,
yeah.
Onto the trolley. All right?
Okay. Where's our Stuart gone? Where's old base? Go on, Harry, have a bud. Have a blow, H. Forward, all right? Rightio. Have you come up behind his shoulder, Stuart? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go up. Keep it going, Harry boy. Keep it going. You mind your back, Kill?
Soon after reaching hospital, the casualty dies. After 4 days of intensive rescue work, Stuart makes his escape to his family on the south coast.
For me personally, blood and guts and all that side of my business doesn't really, you get used to that. To me is the battle, is the emotional side, like when somebody in a car crash, for example, they see a member of their family injured or killed even, and you have to come to terms with that, because I mean you can never forget that you are a human being. You try and sort of suppress that side, but you have to get on with your work, and that to me, even now after 17 years, that is the constant battle that goes on inside me, and I'm glad that battle does go on inside me, because you know it's part of being a human being. It's nice to have a few hours by yourself and adjust myself, to allow myself to go through this spiritual metamorphosis. It's a fast life in London to a nice relaxed holiday atmosphere of Bournemouth. I've got a lovely life and I'm grateful. I can't believe how lucky I am. You know, a job that I like, the place that I like living at. I have a good life, I'm happy, I'm content. You see, you don't have to have Jaguars or whatever, Mercedes to have a good life. You know, it's got nothing to do with the quality of life. You know, just a few bob in your pocket, nice home, nice family life, good job, good friends. Those are the real things. And that, as I progress through life, I really believe it. I know to a lot of people, they think, yeah, get out of it. That is true. It's all you need.
Slow line on the right.
"1:30 in the morning, and White Watch are waiting for a shout, an emergency call for help.
Let's play Butt the King. Let's play Spinning the Plate over the governor's bedroom.
Twice a week, they're on duty all through the night. So far, it's been quiet, and they have energy to spare.
Don't you? Always get one. Always Joe, stand and face outside. I want the governor. This is what's What's this bloody noise? Blake, you go. I think someone slipped on me. There you go. Who back the other that? They put chicky sock over the governor. I thought you smelled foul. Who's these noisy bastards up there? Who's rolling?
Sorry?
Who's that rolling going?
I don't know, I didn't hear rolling.
Across the floor.
Oh.
I don't know, I was washing my hands.
I was sleeping up there.
I've come up because I thought you were going to give them some beer.
It wasn't me, Gal.
They are lively, and I don't think I could stand a boring, you know, watch that sort of sit around. And the liveliness is part of the watch. If you get a fire, if you get an incident, a working incident, they've got somewhere to work off that energy they built up with the adrenaline. If, however, it's a nothing shout, all that energy is still there. It needs an outlet.
We got on the back here.
The next night is busier.
Got it? Yeah, okay. First time to show me, mate.
It is a dangerous job, definitely dangerous, but it depends on how you approach it as to how dangerous it is.
Let's go around 1,000 bits down there, right? Let's go around 1,000 bits down, right?
If I go into a job and there's somebody behind me, if I get into trouble, I expect that man to back me up, which everyone on this station would. There's no two ways about it. I can't let them down, they can't let me down. My life depends on it, their life depends on it. And that is why, when we go out and we socialise and everything, we are so close together. We're like another little family. We are like sort of brothers, and we're all sort of happy together and everything. But if you didn't have that sort of happiness and that closeness, that'd reflect out on the fireground, I think. We go out for a good cause. I mean, we played for Queen Elizabeth Children's Hospital, and children have got a special place, I think. And we built the trailer from an old caravan chassis, which we cut in half, we welded it together, and then we built the canopy. Everyone gets involved in it, but it's great, it's a good feeling.
Didn't I? Yes, Merry Christmas.
You put your hand in your pocket yet? I'm going to put my hand in my pocket. He wants to kiss you, love. He's under the mistletoe. Jump over a bit, quick. Jump over the damn thing.
Sorry, you want some money? Yeah, it's a charity, yeah.
Oi, don't get excited. You won't be able to carry anybody out.
Don't be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Give generously, please. London Fire Brigade collected for the Queen Elizabeth Children's Hospital. You have them, and we'll save them.
The Fire Brigade come round last week. The mother-in-law's kitchen was on fire, and they bloody well saved her. I've got the right hump to them. 3 times this year they've saved her.
Good breakfast you cook. Don't tell the old man. Quite a few got in there. This will frighten them.
Behind the high spirits, there's often considerable stress. Ken Clay, an experienced firefighter at Kingsland, has now stopped driving on medical advice.
When I first started driving, the consideration given to fire engines was incredible. I mean, but over the years, I suppose with the build-up of traffic, the courtesy has gone out of it. I can quite honestly say, every fire call I go out, someone tries to cut me up.
The constant frustration at being held up when answering a call made Ken Clay take drastic action.
So I pulled onto the forecourt, and there was a van parked in the front of the station which was blocking my view to the right. So I looked to the right to see if there was anything coming, and there was a car going to turn left out the side turning that runs down the side of the station. And I looked the man straight in the eyes, and I could tell by the way he looked at me that his objective was to get round and cross in front of me before I could pull out. He had no intention of giving away at all. And my reaction was to pull straight across the road, forgetting where I was going and what I was doing, just to pull straight across the road to block him off. And this is all brought about by over the years and the months of inconsiderate drivers doing this type of thing. This doesn't happen just now and again. It happens shout after shout after shout. And not just one driver, driver after driver after driver. On another occasion, I had a woman passenger actually throw her hands, bury her head in her hands and throw her head down like that, because she thought I was going to drive into the side of the car, which was my intention. I just pulled myself short at the end. Again, that was turning right out the station. Anyway, 2 cars that could have easily have stopped come through. And this third chap, I could see he had no intentions of giving way at all. And I thought, well, I've had enough. And I got the steering wheel and I threw it round. And I just hit the brake because I would have gone into the side of him. But in fact, what I hadn't taken into consideration was the obelisk in the side turning. And he very, very nearly ran into it. And as I say, as he swerved over, his passenger threw her head down into her lap. And I assume it's because she'd seen the obelisk.
And for a moment, did you intend to hit that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was my objective. Yeah, my objective was to drive into the side of it, yeah. Because I'm so fed up with it.
Get over! Get over! Get over!
There's also the tension of handling the unexpected.
Black, he's the one with the hair shaved up at the side.
As we were driving up Lansdowne Drive, I suddenly glanced across and saw this van with a man sitting there with blood streaming out of his head. So I told the driver to pull up round the corner. We went back to see what had happened, see if we could render any assistance. 2 of the crew members got the first aid kit out and rendered first aid. It appeared he'd been attacked by some men in the street, and this van driver had pulled up, and the men had then run away. They'd helped him in the van to sort of get him off the street. It's fairly severe head injuries. Possibly, one of the lads said it looked as though there could possibly be a fractured skull there even.
We pulled out and we're coming to this corner here, and we saw the black guy had hold of this chap here, like this.
Like that, in the car.
And the white guy was hitting him with a wheel brace across the head, yeah? And he was hitting him across the legs with a piece of, like a club.
like a piece of picket fence, yeah? Anyway, we stopped the van, we got out the van. Yeah, stop it, you know. Anyway, they went for us, and they said, do you want something?
Steady over here, nice and steady, all right? Just put your feet down there. Got to the line. Hold it. Just straight there.
This victim was fortunate. He was out of hospital within hours.
I've got a comb, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, he's a good bang. Good crack.
We've all got combs.
Bang.
Ronnie, Paul, have a crumble with it. Oh, a little plate. What have we got this in?
You can make custard. Well, I've done all the things right. I've done all the right amount of soda in it.
Yeah, anyway, have a good Christmas, lads. We'll get cleared up, and then we'll see about the rest of the day.
Right.
Alcohol is not allowed at the station, even at their Christmas lunch, but that doesn't dampen their exuberance. Ian Atkinson started a food fight and was to pay a medieval penalty.
Don't kick him in the back. Oh, fine, yeah. Oh, no. Nothing spilled, sorry.
Oh, that's all right by me. Oh, how many more?
Wait till he's outside.
No, I won't. No, they'll do me.
I've got a grandmother that's half German, and obviously it's a good lever for them to start jokes on, and they tend to use it, make the most of it.
You're still proud of your Nazi friends? Yeah, Nazi, you've had it now. Oh, yeah. Where's Jason? Let's hit Jason. The Revenge of the Poles. Come on, Jason, put your hands in it, Will. Put your hands in it, Will.
Get his head in. Get in now. Get in, you fuck up.
Okay. Oh, Ian. Does your wife know you're bald?
She does now.
You're going to do some praying, boy.
Oh, then what were you saying about the Poles?
Yeah, well, I'm just going to wash him off.
I've been waiting.
Oh, that's
what you're going to do.
Seriously? Hold your breath, Pete.
Yeah, perfect.
Hold on. God, that is cold.
No, feel, from the front.
I think we should all get a little bit of food and throw it at himself.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit. Take his mask off.
I've got a leg of lamb.
I'm going to throw Cliff.
This is for being a snob. You've got to apologise to us now.
Hold on. I want to slap him as well.
No!
That's how I hold it. Yeah, watch him off. Hold your breath, Pete. Hold your breath.
That's it. That was all. Yeah. He's done well. Well done, Ian.
No, we didn't mean it, mate.
Well done, Ian. I won't come in here.
Hey, what's the wrong with you?
We take no food this morning. Right, let's get upstairs and do the washing up, you ladies, fast.
It was a funny feeling, actually. After they did that to me, I felt even more a part of the watch. It was quite breathtaking and inspiring. You know, it tended to draw me into the watch. So I've got no...
Even though it must have been freezing.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's why I said it was breathtaking. It was breathtakingly cold, but no, it didn't do me any harm mentally. It's just very cold.
Younger firefighters are always eager for more action, but some older ones, like Ken Clay, have seen much they'd like to forget.
I can remember all the serious incidences that I've been on vividly. I can remember the first person's report I had. There was an old boy about 70, 75. And his daughter was running up and down the street screaming out, my dad, and she had her hands in her hair and she was pulling her hair out by the roots. Now, you can't forget that, and you also can't forget the state that body was in, and this man was still alive when we got him out, and it looked as if someone had got a razor and just lifted his skin off. He was just red all the way over. The only place he wasn't, he's still, I don't, his pyjamas burnt off him, and he was wearing pyjamas, we know that. He just had his underpants on. The rest of his body was just open. That man lived for about a week. I don't know how, but he did. You can't forget, you can't discard something like that. I mean, and I could tell you about loads of similar types of things. You can't get rid of it. You just can't get rid of it. Another one to highlight, just a slightly different side of the thing, is the first job I had where I had people very, very badly burnt. When the human skin is badly burnt, it don't just lift off, it goes like pork crackling. You know your Sunday joint. It looks and it smells exactly the same. You can't get rid of that. I couldn't eat pork for ages after that. I couldn't eat anything cooked for 3 days after that because the stench was in my nose. And I can still see those people. And the other thing is as well, I didn't even realise when I went in there, because there was me and another chap went in to find these people. I didn't even realise when I saw them that they were bodies. I thought they were tailor's dummies. I mean, the hair had just shriveled up into a little black knot on top of the head. It didn't look like anything. Well, it wasn't like anything. You can't throw it away. You can't get rid of that.
And yet, when firefighters come back from these incidents, they laugh.
They make light of it. I mean, you see, when I had that job. That was my first breathing apparatus job, and I'd only been in the job about 14 months, and it's all still pretty new to you then. And I mean, that was early hours of the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. All these blokes were sitting down, they was eating their breakfast. We had bacon and eggs, and as I just said to you know, they smelt like pork. I felt physically sick. I had a cup of tea and I took it away. But they all sat laughing and joking, and I thought, you know, these people are not human. But unless you adopt that attitude, you can't live with it. You know, it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to bore you with it too much, but I mean, another occasion, I was in a building searching for someone, and I opened up the wardrobe, and there's this young girl, about 14, 15, and she's in the wardrobe, dead. She's in the wardrobe like that, you know, and all this side of her body was burnt. You can't throw that away. You can't get rid of that. And there's loads and over. I mean, I've been in the job 22 years. These don't happen every day of the week. They don't happen every month. But over a period of years, you build up a catalogue, don't you?
And yet there are some firefighters who say, particularly some, maybe 1 or 2 officers who say, you can't put up with that, you shouldn't be a firefighter.
Yeah, well, I've said the same myself. I don't really know why I'm doing this interview, to be quite honest with you. There's a bravado in the fire brigade. You can't afford to dwell on it anyway, can you? For heaven's sakes, you know. If you dwell on things like that, you'll go crazy. There's no doubt about it. You've got to make light of it. You've got to make light of it, or you can't exist. I don't think, anyway. Not for any length of time.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a little presentation to mark the money that we raised just before Christmas for both the Benevolent Fund and the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for Sick Children. I think that a lot of hard work is done by White Watch and other people and all the other watchers on the station who came and helped us on the day. Firstly, there's a cheque for £230 for the Benevolent Fund, Mr. Kennedy.
Thanks, Sean. Can I very quickly say thanks very much for this? I mean, I don't know if you do know, but this year I become the chairman of the Fire Services National Benevolent Fund across the whole of the country. And if you don't know, we've lost 6 firefighters in operational duty over the last 18 months. We've had another 27 quite seriously injured, and at least 3 of them will be on the totally handicapped register. And there is no doubt at all about it that being involved with King's Cross and seeing some of the other tragic circumstances over the years, there is no doubt that this money will be well spent. And thanks very much for everything you do for the community you serve. Thanks.
Thanks. And now, to all the Queen Elizabeth Hospital sick children, the 2 pieces of equipment, the money we have raised.
Right. I'd just like to say thank you very much to you, Colin, and to all members of the White Watch team and other members of the Kingsland Fire Brigade team. To thank you for your support this year as you have in previous years. Certainly the equipment that we see in front of us today is going to help us as nurses and medical staff to make our job easier in caring for the children. Thank you very much.
I don't think it's going to fly anywhere as it goes. I think it could be a bit of a suicide bid if we threw it out there.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Put it in a box, take it back to the station.
It doesn't like you see it. First mate you've seen in weeks, isn't it?
Cheers. He's shit on me.
Good luck.
Yeah.
She must have brought it all the way upstairs.
A bastard cat to get this, wasn't it? Did anyone see the cat?
This came up in the special edition.
Fucking a little broke. This is the same, Joe. That's right, just hold it. That'll be alright. That'll be alright. We've suffocated it now, haven't we?
One distressed pigeon released from hysterical female.
What about your RSPCA if it's hurt? What, this time of night?
Oh yeah, they're going to be over the moon, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to be... How'd you like to lie about for a couple of hours with a broken leg all for the night? I'd like you to lie about with a broken leg for a couple of hours all for the night.
He's got his animal welfare head on.
Come along, Brian. Who's got the helmet? Who's... Put it in Andy's room. You got it here? What? No. It's alright. Get everyone down. This is the watch pigeon now.
Brian, his name is.
Right, should we do a bit of surgery? See what it will eat.
One distressed pigeon released from one hysterical.
Yeah, it's probably... Oh, it's hard to get food at the moment. Let me get some bread and milk.
We'll take it upstairs. I don't want to bloody...
Good night, being the
Good night.
We'll put back, are we, Ron?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Charlie, you're getting a flat about it.
Turn the lights out as you go out, please.
Smoke and flame on the right. Smoke and flame on the right.
No, it's okay, don't have it.
You just gone past it? Yeah. No, I went past.
Gloves, bring your gloves through your eye. You need 2 or 3 pairs of gloves you need on the job right.
2 or 3?
2 or 3 on each end.
You're not helping by getting all upset, are you? Are you sure it's in there? Because otherwise we'll go to break in.
It is in there. It's
You heard
definitely
it.
in there. It's hers. It's definitely in there. I swear on my children's life.
It's her cat because she gave it to her.
I gave it
Yeah.
to her. It's crying. It's the
Right, we'll sort of knock the window out. We'll have a ladder up.
What do we do?
Just through that window.
She's run from you, she's frightened. Put it back. That's all I want.
Ain't got any dogs in there, right, has he?
The woman claims a cat has been left alone in this flat for several days.
Coat hanger, yeah.
She gave the cat to her neighbours as a Christmas present.
Coat hanger should do it. Oh, it's coming.
Small man to get in there.
Can't you just slip through the keyhole, please?
Yeah, never get in there.
All right, Mink.
Guys, I've got to tell you, it's a leopard.
Yeah, it's a Rottweiler.
Excuse me.
Dave, you can get out the door.
And out through the gate. There's no locks on.
Tell Dave not to come out through the window again.
Walk out and phone the lock and phone the gate.
Oh, you're all right.
We need to know again. You must be joking. You mean that looks after? Is that looked after?
Well, he ain't starving, is he?
Where's the food? Where's the food then if you ain't starving?
Just outside the door here. Tray there, there's food there.
Where's the
There's milk
food?
there.
Where?
Milk. Looks like fresh milk to me. Right. Take him to our hospital and get him checked over by the vet. And then you can contact us tomorrow and find out what's happening with him. All right? Yes?
Pardon? Don't talk to me like that.
I say,
I'll talk to you anyway.
I'm taking him to the veterinary surgeon, our hospital, the
Where's
RSPCA
that?
hospital.
Where?
Sunderberg Road, N7. All right, to have him checked over.
I don't want you taking him nowhere. No. You're not taking him nowhere. You're not taking him down Sunderberg Road. That's my cat, okay?
Well, are you prepared? No, madam.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
madam.
very sorry.
We let the RSPCA in
That
here.
is my cat. Okay?
This is somebody else's property.
That is my property. I am the owner of this kitten.
I mean,
I never called you, people, okay?
we were called down here to the cat.
Well, I didn't
If you want to take the cat, we'll have to get the police down here to sort out ownership.
We'll do it. It's called police. I'm the ownership of the cat. That is my cat. You
Cliff.
get it out.
No, I'm afraid,
Call the
madam,
police.
I'm calling the police.
Well, call them.
Cliff,
Call the police. I'm the owner of this cat, okay? Call the police. Don't get on to my
answer
neck.
yes. Request attendance of police. Dispute over ownership of cat, please.
That is my cat. You've got no right.
Request the attendance of police. Dispute over ownership of the cat.
Will you let go of the cage?
We'll leave the cage alone and
Who
take
called
that.
you anyway?
We've
Who
called by
called
the
you?
RSPCA.
You're not by us, okay? You've got no right.
I've got every right, madam.
I am taking this cat. It's my cat, okay?
Yes, at the moment. Urgent attendance of police. Dispute over ownership of the cat, please.
Come on.
Bitch is coming.
No, I'm afraid,
My
madam.
cat.
This is somebody
my
else's
cat.
flats.
Somebody
Somebody
you
else's
can't
flat.
take it. It's my friend's flat, okay? You can't take this cat away
But we're
from
not
me.
taking it anywhere. I'll call the police here.
You call the police. This is my cat.
Have you got any proof?
Yeah, I've got kittens. I'd like to know why I'm not allowed into the flat.
The police never arrived to settle the argument.
Nice woman. What's that?
The train stand at a platform 4, calls the home stations to South End, calling at Berwicky, Redcliffe, Rayleigh, Hockley, Clitheroe, Southern Victoria. No stops at Rotherham.
Jason Wilder is a new recruit with White Watch.
Useless!
I wasn't expecting anyone to talk to me for the first couple of months, but it was a lot different. It was really good. It was a lot friendlier than what I thought it'd be.
Did they tell you you might have to go through a few tests with your watch?
You hear about them, but they don't actually say, well, you're going to have to go through it. But you do hear about them.
I'm going to have to stay myself because I'm not tall enough.
It's just little rhymes which are what I've been told have been passed down, like through the blokes, and like Mitch he's sort of like bashing it into me to try and learn them, which I haven't.
Jason!
I've done it!
He's good. Give him
another try. We want another one, yeah.
All right. Right, ready?
One more try.
Who the damn you think you am?
Yeah, who the damn you think you am?
Think your body every yourself.
Think your body yourself.
Can't pick on someone you own long enough.
Can't pick on someone you own long enough.
You bastard!
Keep getting surprises, you know, like all the time. But once they're out on the ground, on the fire ground, everyone's very serious and everyone knows exactly what they're doing. And, you know, everyone gets on with it.
Come on, here you are. Check the wheel. Take the line off it. Get in there.
And when I go into a job, I don't really know what I'm doing, really. You know, obviously, I know to put the fire out and stuff like that, but you need a bit of confidence there. And if there's someone behind you and know you trust in that, then it's good. It's good. Boost you up.
Ventilation.
Jason, is that the first time you've gone into an incident with BAR?
Yeah, first time.
What was it like?
Experience. It was a good experience. I enjoyed it. It was weird. Couldn't see nothing at all. Really. I couldn't work out where I was.
How did you find your way around then?
Well, I was just looking. I didn't know precisely where I was, but I was just looking. But at first, I couldn't even see the windows. Just, nothing.
Is it not frightening?
No, I wasn't frightened. It was good.
Believe Shoreditch should be able to mess up now.
Just stuff insured?
No. Sure, I'm not able to pay the rent and I'm not insurance. It's just one of them things. And a very good job I wasn't in bed, or I'd have been burnt. I wouldn't have to get my hair cut tomorrow. Yeah. It's been the worst year I've ever had.
So is this the sort of thing you do, your religion? You turn up parties about 3 o'clock in the morning, you pop into work half 10. You stay in the full day or what?
Yeah.
No dedication.
Yeah, still been in London.
4 years ago, Mitch Copleston was also a Royal recruit.
It's my seat. I'll never sit in his chair again. We don't have seats at our place, but Pete sits there, Katie sits there, I sit here, Cliff sits there.
Now Mitch makes sure the recruit knows his place.
Come on, Jason. You're crap at volleyball.
Your hopes in bed.
I might do.
Go on, Mitch, have a go.
I might have a go in a minute.
Go on.
I've just got to go and put my muscles on. Go in my locker. Come on, Bobby boy.
Josh, you've got to do this. What Cherry does it. Josh, where have you gone?
Come on, Bob.
I can't remember we did it.
He's got a cute little ass. You got a pretty bottom.
Ooh. Do you want to do some praying,
Right,
boy?
now.
Done it last week.
Sorry.
On the floor.
Yes.
Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bob.
Yes.
Come on, Bob.
Yes. Yes, he's there.
Yeah! Jason. Come on, Jason. Someone's got on the table for me. I've got to remember. Oh, I actually didn't. This is a night. I've got a bit stupid, haven't I?
Funny enough.
18 stone going.
Are you sure, Mitch? 18
Sorry.
stone?
Sorry, 19.
Come on. How much?
20.
How much?
I don't know. What's next?
Doesn't matter how big, how tall, how small, how fat, how thin.
you'll get kicked about. The main thing is getting on with the other blokes on your watch. If you do that, you're 75% of the way there, and they'll take time to look after you and look out for you. Oh, where's Jason, or where's Mitch, or where's anyone? And it's nice that they do that, and then you think you're part, you know, you've been accepted by the watch, and it is nice.
Could someone just be near me to kick that is a bit, because it's burning, actually.
Right, go for it. Whip you on.
Oh, yes.
One. Two.
And I was a nice, polite young bloke when I come in here. Now look what's happened.
Go on, Mick. 7.
Come on! Nice shot. That's a good 44 around you.
Keep away from the arse end of it if it's got actuators on it, alright?
Well, we've got a lorry.
They've got the big diaphragms. If one of them goes, it'll do you like a kipper.
Come here, up here.
That's likely go. Does it look like anything in the bag? No, I can't see.
Jason is learning what Mitch already knows, that joining White Watch is like being part of an extended family.
You're living with them, basically, for 4 days a week. You're not just going home at 6 o'clock and that's it, you're forgetting about it. We see each other outside, nights out. Most of the time you end up talking about the fire brigade anyway. And all the wives and girlfriends are sitting there like that. You know, not another boring fire brigade story, we've heard this one.
Mitch's fiancée, Alison, knows she will have to share him with the watch.
The skirt must be pinned underneath and you hang it, all these creases and that'll come out. And it'll take on a shape. At the moment it's lumpy. Can you see how lumpy it is?
A lot of people wouldn't be comfortable perhaps going out with a fireman or even marrying a fireman because they're forever worried about them going into jobs and fires and things like that. So I don't think it's an easy profession for somebody to be in. It just depends on the type of person you are and how you can cope with it.
Have you seen your bow at the back?
No.
And you won't be worrying too much about him?
No. No, because I'll be bag of nerves if I did. No, don't worry too much about him. I know he's in safe hands. So as long as I speak to him once during the night, I feel quite happy.
By the time White Watch arrive, the incident is almost over.
Not as far as I know.
Just poke it around the corner.
But there's still time for Mitch to pass on a few tips to Jason.
And then you can just, you know, make sure you're out of the way, don't matter if your hand gets burnt. And then just wash it round. And then poke your head round and have a look, see how it's going. Imagine someone being asleep. You can understand why people just don't wake up. They die in here. Imagine them opening the door and seeing that.
What's the trade you're teaching her?
Well, just really, just stay as low as you can. We're just in, like, we was looking at the amount of damage past 6 foot, like 5 foot. Devastated. By the time you get 2 foot off the ground, or crawling and that, there's no damage at all, and there's a clear passage of air. And you can see as well, that's the main thing, you can see where you're going and what you're doing.
Is he going to make it? On your watch?
Of course he will. Of course he will. Without a doubt. No one comes to Kingsland and fails. A few close ones, but no one fails anyway.
But there is one more test for the recruit, an initiation ceremony.
You're right there. Oh, look at that little body! Yes! Don't get him wet. No, don't get him wet. You've got stuff on your nose. Look. Is that all right? Hold up.
Dominicus, your nominee Padre.
This is your christening.
Go forth for multiply, my son.
I'll do this is out. Come on, that's enough, is it? He's had enough now. He's had enough now. That'll do, right.
One more.
We're going up to tea. And a quick mercy. Yeah.
Oh, no, come on.
Join the London Fire Brigade, make a career of it.
Anyone that lets him go gets a say. Bye.
What's it like joining White Watch? It's great, it's been a laugh. Yeah.
Was it like this at training school?
No, nothing like it. They don't do this to you in training school.
And how often does this happen to you?
Well, I've had it once. I've been in the stocks, and now this one.
Been in the stocks?
Yeah, that's where you put your head and your hands through. They smother you with water, flour, eggs, the works. Now I'm getting really cold here. Can you help us out? Come on, this is freezing now. Well, it's good fun. You've got to expect it. I don't take it as harassment. If I thought that I was the only one going through it, and you know, and I really felt they were really sort of getting at me, then I wouldn't like it. But it's not like that. You know, it's just a joke. It's just messing about, you know.
It's part of becoming White Watch.
Yeah, I suppose it is in a way. Yeah, I suppose it is.
This is blocked off here. Along there. To walk right through. Yeah, and it's stored up there as well.
What's how old's this old dear?
73.
When you say she's a bit eccentric, what do you mean? In what way? Dangerously?
Well, if she's in there, she's not going to be doing anything now, is she? If she hasn't been seen for 3 weeks. You're not worried about her attacking you, are you?
Yes.
Idiot.
The police have called us to assist them getting into this building here. They believe there's an old lady lives there who hasn't been seen for some time, so they obviously want to get in to find out if she's all right.
Mrs. Redford just had a very nasty shock.
Is that the room where the telly's on?
Yeah.
I'll take mine black, no sugar.
What can you say?
Someone follow me up close.
Extend it.
No. He was nervous.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey!
All right. Cliff, get down, Cliff.
Call the police, Henry!
All right, we just want to make sure you're all right, love.
Oh.
Sorry about that. We have been knocking. We have been knocking, but the neighbours said they haven't seen you for a while.
No, well, I come every day, but I walk, you see, in the city. But what did you break my window for?
It's all right, we'll sort that out for you.
Huh?
We couldn't get in. You're all right, are you?
Oh, I am.
No problems?
I'm all right there, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm looking at the police there. Yeah, I didn't get home till late. I usually open the shop on a Saturday.
I see, yeah.
But I was working.
Is there any chance you could open the front door so we could have a word with you and then sort your window out? Sorry about this.
I just assumed you frightened me.
God, it nothing to what you did to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold out here.
Oh.
It's all right, they'll do it up for you.
Oh.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he frightened the life of me.
Oh, dear.
I'm watching the police and thing, you know.
You got your keys before you wander?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, your front door's all right.
Yeah, I usually open on a Saturday, but my old man used to say, he lives up in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
He's an invalid, he lives up in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
But he used to say it's a bloody good job and all, there's only one of you.
I'll just say what he's doing. He's putting some plastic to stop any rain or anything getting in.
Oh,
Put it up and around the window. But you need to get the window fixed. Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Old man, old Pat used to open Wednesday, Thursday and Friday and help me Saturday morning. But here...
You're always on my mind. Baby, I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times.
Smash them.
I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
Oh, steady. Hey.
Michael, will you take Alison to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and protect her, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And Alison, will you take Michael to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honour and protect him, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? And let's give them a clap, shall we?
They're my best friends. I'd rather not have it if they weren't there. That's why obviously I've had to chop and change dates and whatever to make sure they can go. I'd want them there. I wouldn't not want any of them. Even Cliff.
You've got to get on as a team. You can't not get on with somebody on that watch because they could be pulling you out of a fire if anything happened to you. So I think, yeah, they are closer than in any other job. They're very good friends as well. Oh, we're going on honeymoon on the Wednesday. I hope they haven't booked flights with us either, but I think that's one time we'll leave them behind.
Following last week's episode of Fire, 12 members of the White Watch were suspended from duty, pending serious disciplinary investigations which could lead them to losing their jobs. A further 3 firefighters are expected to be suspended on their return from leave. The charges are believed to relate to the hijinks, which, along with the bravery and compassion of the firefighters, is featured in this series.